Well, hey everybody, it's Dave coming to you from the Wyoming house. It's Monday morning. What time is it? It's 11:30 here in Wyoming. So I just wanted to show you the trip from Maryland to Wyoming. So that's what this is. It's just a trip video. As always, smoking my Wyoming meerschaum. As always, the color is amazing. It's actually started to crawl up the back of the bowl now. So if I could just get the front going, as always, and I tell you, I want the whole pipe to get colored like this. Smoking one of my favorites, Old Dark Fired Ready Rub. Man, does it stand up or what? So I'm going to talk at you for a couple minutes here on the intro, and then I'm going to cut you over. It's a little bit longer video than I wanted, but I don't know how to show you a 2,000-mile trip in a quick video. So the other thing I'll tell you is there's a fair amount of fire footage. The fire is basically out. So I thought I'd show you what the fire trucks look like and show you the burn areas. So there's a fair amount of that. So if that bores you, just scroll through it. I made a tactical error. I didn't bring I don't bring anything on these trips because both my houses are so well stocked that I don't need it. But what that means is I didn't bring a tripod or a mic. So the sound quality is lower than I would like, and it's actually quiet in a few places, but I still wanted to show you the video. The other thing is, when I tell you times, I crossed 2 time zones coming here, so I gained 2 hours back. So you're going to hear me talk about that a little bit. I get an hour back, or the time where I'm recording from versus the time at home, and the amount of time that means in the truck can get a little confusing. So I just want to kind of come out front and tell you that. The trip actually took 31 hours. It was 30 hours of drive time, and I took a 1-hour nap just east of here because I wanted to drive through the fire area after sunrise, so I needed an hour. So it was a 30-hour trip, just like the trip home. I mean, almost to the minute, and then the hour added of me just taking a nap. So the other thing is I kept track of what did it cost me to get here. And so what you see in here is 6 or 7 gas stops. One of them was really for Sasha. She was whining, so I always try to respect her whining. But you can see that it cost me basically $450 to drive across the U.S. It was a total of 2,085 miles. I averaged 14.3 or 14.4 miles per gallon in the truck. And that's more me than the truck. We probably averaged about 80 or 85 miles an hour, for the whole trip. And that big ass truck at 80 and 85 miles an hour is, pushing a lot of wind. So that drops the gas mileage about 5 miles per gallon, I would think. So that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and push you right into the video now and kind of walk you through all the stops. It's just interesting to see it on video. I think I'm kind of proud of it. Hopefully it comes across. Hopefully it's interesting. And that's it. I'm going to shut up, load this thing, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys, at the beginning of the journey, it's 3:45. Big truck is ready to roll. Sasha's inside. The journey begins. Alright, the tripometer is set to 0 miles, 8 seconds, 0 miles. So try to do updates from here. Alright guys, 3:52. We're actually out on the road. Making the first turn off the driveway. Now the trip has begun officially, mile number 1. Guys, we're 100 miles in. It's 5 a.m. Saturday morning. I decided to show you just what it looks like out here as I drive up the Appalachian Mountains. I just passed Uncle Willie's house on I-70, headed west towards Pittsburgh. Pretty pitch dark out here in the middle of nowhere on these highways. Here's our first state change. Over to Pennsylvania. It's 5:30. We're down the road an hour and a half. The sun's come up enough here in Pennsylvania to see some of the fall colors are starting to come in. We've got a long way to go, but looks pretty good. Sunrise Saturday. Hey guys, that was sunrise Saturday morning, 7:18. We're a few miles from Pittsburgh. Anyway, I just thought it was cool. Couldn't believe I was able to capture it. It's supposed to be my rearview mirror, but it turned out on my right window for a minute. There's our second state of Ohio. Done Maryland into Pennsylvania, and now Pennsylvania into Ohio. Land of Bull Moose Piper and Corvette Jim. Alright guys, we're at one of the service centers right inside of Ohio, right on the Ohio Turnpike. Let's see. We have gone. We're out 4 hours and 16 minutes. We've done 320 miles. So we're at the first 4-hour stop. Sasha's got having a little breakfast back there. She got out and got a break, walked around. So I try to do these drives in 4-hour blocks. So we're just finishing up the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. block, and now we're heading out. We'll do a 8:30 to 12:30 block, and that's it for now. A little shot of the Ohio countryside here. Lots and lots of corn. All right, there's our next state, entering Indiana. We are 7 hours and 12 minutes into the journey. We've gone 557 miles. It is about 11:15 in the morning. So there we go. State. We've done Maryland, done Pennsylvania, done Ohio. Now we're in Indiana. Not too far from Illinois. Just thought I'd show you some of the Indiana countryside. It looks a lot like Ohio. A lot of flatlands, kind of in the Midwest. So a lot of these states look a lot alike. I don't mean to be offensive to anybody that lives here, but Ohio and Indiana look a lot alike. If I hadn't seen a sign, I would not have known that we crossed state lines. A little bit of Indiana, nice little farmhouse right there. It's pretty. There's lots of rural. A lot of field waters out here like this. So I'm pretty sure these are chicken houses with those big vents on the sides. So when you hear about these guys that can produce 1 million eggs takes a year. I think it's these giant chicken farms. Thought I'd show you my traveling partner here. And we're about 9 hours into the trip. She's been pretty much sleeping the whole time except for our 15-minute break. Anyway, she's a trooper. Alright guys, alright everybody, we are at gas stop number 2. We are 9 hours into the trip. This is our second stop. We've done 692 miles, and you can see we're getting about 14 and a half miles to the gallon. It is 12:09. We've gone through
amazing in-show moments.
We have gone through one time zone change, so we left at 4 a.m. and it's 1 p.m. at home, so we're 9 hours in. Here's Sasha. She's all up and awake. She's had 2 pee breaks. She's had 2 little bowls of water and 2 small meals. So we are ready now for the third 4-hour block. We did a 4-hour block, a 5-hour block, and we're gonna try and do another 4-hour block now. We should get out past Chicago and probably to Des Moines, Iowa between now and the 4 hours being up. We'll see. Illinois. All right, guys, we just crossed into Illinois. So that makes, we've driven across Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana. So we're now in our 5th state for the day. It's 12:45 here in Chicago. I'm gonna spin you around. We're hitting Chicago traffic. So 12:45 on Saturday afternoon, and the traffic is horrific. So luckily we've only got about 0.2 of a mile left, and then we exit off of here.
In 1,000 feet west, tollway toward Wisconsin, Iowa, US 6, State Route 83, Torrance Avenue.
So you keep hearing my naps. Just look at this traffic. It's just rolling along at about 20 miles an hour at best. It's just been like this for the last 10 miles or so.
Stay to the left to I-294 North, I-80 West, tollway toward Wisconsin, Iowa, US 6, State Route 83, Torrance Avenue.
Anyway, I'm gonna let you go now so you don't have to listen to that crap anymore. But I just want to show you Chicago traffic on a Saturday afternoon. So this is very frustrating, I have to lie. You get these damn dueling truckers. One won't slow down, the other one doesn't have the gear in the right, he doesn't have his gear set right, so he doesn't have the speed. And you just gotta sit behind him for 10, 20 miles while they fuck around, man. It's so frustrating. Alright, now I'm showing you what Illinois looks like. Looks a lot like Indiana, doesn't it? Which looks a lot like Ohio. A lot of corn, a lot of soybeans, a lot
Watch
of
out,
farmland.
vehicle on shoulder ahead.
So I was trying to show you, it was that bridge was over the Mississippi River, and we are now in Iowa. So Illinois on one side of that bridge, and Iowa on the other. So we are now headed for Des Moines, Iowa. Let's just go through the day again. We've crossed Maryland, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois. Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. Now we're in Iowa. Iowa will take us to Nebraska. Nebraska will take us to Wyoming. Showing you some more Iowa here. One more bare, maybe a little less green. our third gas stop. This time I had to put in some DEP, diesel exhaust fluid, so I put in a gallon of DEP. And we weren't too low on gas. It only took 20 gallons, 65 bucks. Alright, so yeah, we're just saying we're at our third gas stop. We have gone 13 hours, 959 miles. It is 4:27 here in Iowa. We're almost in Des Moines, so it's 5:27 where we left. That's why it's 13 hours. Actually, been gone 13 and a half hours. This thing only tracks drive time. So you can see we've got, looks like we're gonna arrive at 8 in the morning if we drive straight through. We got 15 hours left, so we're 14 hours in with 15 hours to go, so we're almost halfway. We've gone 959 miles, and it looks like we have 1,121 to go, so we're about an hour away from being halfway done on the trip. There's a bunch of these windmills. Stop number 4. We are 16 hours in, 1,194 miles in. It is basically 8 p.m. here in Omaha, Nebraska. Here you can see 7:52. The other thing I can show you is we are still looking to arrive at 8:10 in the morning. We're 12 hours out. We have 888 miles to go. So we're 16 hours in, 12 hours to go, 1,200 miles done, 800, 900 to go. So we're stepping it out. So it's dark now. Let's see. Here's Sasha. This is her. She gets a bowl of water and a bowl of food every time we stop. She gets out, gets to go for a little walk. She's doing pretty good. She's a trooper. All right, guys, so 16 hours in, a little bit tired, 1,200 miles behind us. Don't know if we're gonna push all the way through or not, but we're gonna try the next 4 hours. It's 8 o'clock, try our next 4-hour block, takes us to midnight. I think we'll get an hour back here in a minute. At the end of these 4 hours, we should be at the other end of Nebraska, which means we should be touching Wyoming, and that could be pretty motivating to finish. We'll see. All right, guys, we've done basically 21 hours. It is 11 p.m. here in western Nebraska. So it's 1 a.m. at home. So we've been gone 21 hours on the trip. You can see we've driven 1,508 miles, and it looks like we're predicting a 7:15 a.m. arrival. We get 8 hours to go, 573 miles. So we got 573 miles to go, and we've driven 1,500. So we're way into this thing. So it's been a good trip so far. No complaints. Pitch dark out here. It's now 11 o'clock here. Windshield, even though I wash it's a disaster. Sasha wants to say hi. She's been a traveling trooper. Basically sat in here with me for 21 hours. I'm gonna show you a little early sunrise, like 6 a.m. Sunday morning sunrise. Showing you Wyoming, about an hour from the house. Got sunrise coming up. Oh, look at that, there it is. Shot a flat top butte out there in the morning sunrise. Kind of an iconic Wyoming look. Little sunrise in the rearview mirror. Driving west. Some red canyons we drive through. Look good in the morning sun. Sunrise on the rock. Following a fire truck up Togany Pass. Figured I'd stay behind him, see where he goes. Starting to get some fall colors. Pretty high up the pass. I'm almost at the top of Togany Pass now. Those look good though. Getting close to the pass is one of the best views of the mountains up here. It shows to you just about every time. Colors look good, look at that, full colors. Look good in the sun. You can start to see some of the burn. Sorry, not sure what I'm looking at myself, to be honest. These are some of the burn area looks like. Looks like it moved through pretty quick. It didn't burn everything down. You can see the grass is tainted too. But not much to show you right here. But it was definitely burning right up against the road, they said, right here. There's some more good example. You can really smell it with the window open. You can see how it must have been pretty fast moving. It really didn't burn a lot. Some more down along there. There's another example. And then the ridge all the way across the way, that's completely scorched as well. Hillside. In fact, you can still see smoke.
Continue straight for 30 minutes to
coming
US
out
89.
Right there. it's you can see it's scorched all the way up to the road up here. Here's some more. So obviously burned all along the road here for several miles. I've been going about 5 miles now. It's frustratingly hard to show you, but that whole back hillside back there has been scorched as well, all the way down the valley. It's hard to find anywhere that I can show it. Here's a good one looking down the entire valley. That whole valley's been burned. In fact, you can still see smoke coming up out of it. So I finally got a good view. So this is the road that I just drove up on the left. This whole valley all the way across. I mean, all the way over those rocks. And all the way over to that far side. And all the way up. All the way up to the top of the pass. It's all been burned. Alright, so I'm sitting here on top of Togety Pass. And you can see that the fire definitely burned all the way to the top of the pass and over the top. So that was looking a little sketchy. It even jumped the road up here a little bit. So it's about 8:30. You can see all the fire crews coming in now. They all sleep over in DuBois. There's a big camp. I didn't want to film it. I didn't record it because it felt like it was in their living room. But yeah, they're all doing cleanup ops. They're all looking for hot spots. There's trucks driving around looking for any breakouts, hot spots, all up and down the pass. But I'm way down the pass. I'm almost down at Togety Lodge, so pretty interesting. But there's still a bunch of them here. They say there's about 300 of the guys are still here. It's a nice scene with the fall colors coming in and the Tetons coming into view. That's Mount Moran, the most right-hand view, one of the Tetons. As this trip comes to a close, we're only about 2 miles from the house. It was a great trip. There's the rest. Yeah, the focus is messed up. There's the rest of the Grand Tetons. Some more nice colors. I think that'll wrap up the video. We'll do a summary of it later. Yeah, there's a great shot of the Tetons over across the valley. Started to change on the way in. Not quite as much as on top of the pass, obviously, but colors are changing. Alright guys, we're done. The official count here. 29 hours, 29 minutes drive time, 31 hours total, 2,084 miles. We got 14.3 miles to the gallon. All right, that's it.